Hi, you're watching Casmir Mercedes presents Manic Depression, a frustrating myth. This is a video about the myth of the creative genius. It was for a senior thesis course. I was studying Vincent Vangogh, his use of color, Pollack and his action painting style, and the etchings or graffiti writings of Jean Michel Basquiat. What I was looking for in these artists that I selected was either a direct history of madness or a kind of insane break from what is traditionally conceived as the norm and canon art. That means museum, 10 by 10 type structured art facilities. I did a few studies. It started off as a triptych, mainly just my ideas and the thoughts that go on in my head, and kind of like this racing feeling of inspiration, like when inspiration hits. So that's what I was using as an inspiration, kind of like this free flow of words and thoughts and ideas racing about in the space and ether. And I composed the music to go along with it as a soundtrack, and it kind of illustrates what the emotion and feeling is, where it's, starts off with the symphony orchestra sound, and then it goes off and it's kind of, techno-y or more abrasive sounding, and then it illustrates me going through my creative process and in my studio creating one of the studies that leads to the full piece. And the full piece is it's about three yards long, and it has various amounts of layers. I think I went over about 20 times with different writings, probably more than that, because then I blacked it out and started again. So this is me here walking on the piece, and it's cool because the piece is meant to be displayed on the floor. It's meant to be walked upon and actually stood upon and looked down at. You can see little signs that say walk on me or it's okay. This is in my studio as well. I shared the studio with my peers for this project. I also studied exactly what genius means, and I used different, I guess, technically genius writings to kind of propel what it is that I was looking for as this mad creative genius. Like Albert Einstein, he said he looked to the modernists for more inspiration than he did to his fellow scientists. So I guess I went that approach with this project as well. This is when I went over the piece. It occurred to me once I would document it and take photos of it. I imported it into Photoshop and I inverted it, and it had this way of making the writings glow. And it turned the white background, which is previously white, turned the white background black, and then the colors were reversed, and they gave off a glow. So I went back over the piece with black, gold, and blue, and that's what gave it its final look, with the dark background as if it's in space, and the words just floating on top, kind of like shooting out from my mind, from my third eye, or whatever you want to call it. And this is me actually inside of the gallery where it was displayed the day before our show, and this is how it was displayed in the hall. It was a hallway piece. So when we opened the doors, people would come in through, and there were works on the walls, and people would just walk over this painting, this huge long painting on the floor, and they wouldn't even recognize that it was a painting until they got to the end of the hall, and it opens up into the gallery, and at the end of the gallery was a video monitor, a TV, where this video was playing on loop, on repeat, and it showed me throughout the process, and then it actually showed this piece in the hallway, the actual hallway where it was being shown. So that was a head trip, because people came back and then they would kind of tiptoe over it as if they didn't walk over it already. I thought that was pretty funny. So this is my study of the creative genius of Manic Depressives and the insane modern artist and the postmodernist interpretation.